Hey there, Emma Queen here. So you've inquired about RTT and the 40-day package. So remember, RTT, Rapid Transformational Therapy, is in what I do, is a beautiful blend of hypnotherapy, NLP, CBT, meditation, breathwork, and all of the awesome, cool things that I have been doing for a number of years, blended in with this hypnosis style. And any session is completely different. Like every session is completely different, and your mind knows what you need to work on. So I can say roughly what happens in a session, but we actually don't know until we jump in. Now, the 40-day program that I've got not only creates clarity about where you've been, where you're headed, it neutralizes the past. So we can sometimes go into regression or not, doesn't really matter whether we do or not, your mind knows best, and we create the pathway of possibility. So the 40 days includes, and I've got this in front of me, the first session is what I call a coaching session, but essentially I'm listening to your language, listening to patterns, noticing what's gone on, noticing what needs to change. And I'm also getting a family history too. So when I jump into the next session with you, I've already got a good understanding of what's happened in your past, and we don't need to go there necessarily in the actual RTT session, which is 2 hours long. But that's the first one. The first one is around an hour. I ask a lot of questions, and I also ask a very important question, which is, what does life look like without the problem or the problems? And this one is gold, because it helps me help you in the second session around creating that compelling future, that pathway of possibility, and that clarity about what you actually do want, because it's very easy to focus on the things that you don't want, right? So session number 1 is about an hour. Session number 2 is 2 hours. In fact, leave a bit of a buffer after it as well, because sometimes you might need to go out to the garden, go to the beach, chill out afterwards. I'm not saying it's a necessarily stressful session, but I don't want you running a marathon afterwards. This 2-hour RTT session does involve hypnotherapy, and initially we go into regression and we go into the past. It could be past life, it could be past when you were a kid, could have been last week. Whatever that is that your mind needs to go to, I will simply guide you, and we'll do a bit of work around that. Sometimes there's inner child work, sometimes there's a thing that we talk to the body. Each session is very, very different and is tailored for what you need. Now, in the 2-hour RTT session, there's a distinct line in the sand where we only talk about the future. And this is where I do your live recording that you listen to for the 40 days. So effectively, the 40 days doesn't actually start till you've had your RTT, because that's where we start rewiring the past. So about 80% of the work that needs to be done is done in the session. The 20% is then down to you to keep listening to your audio. And the audios are only around about 8 to 10 minutes long, which is your hypnosis that you'll listen to either first thing in the morning, before you go to bed, or twice a day, once a day, whatever is up. It's totally up to you. So that's what happens in the 2-hour session. That 2-hour session, as I've said, you need a bit of a buffer time behind it, because emotions can come up, which is entirely fine. And I will not only support you, I'll help you work through them. Now, that's where your 40 days starts. For the next 40 days, you're going to listen to that recording. We also have a session afterwards, which is usually a week or so, depending on how you're feeling, after the session, where we might tie up some loose ends. We might look at things that have come up that you didn't realize, and we process them together. And because I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, I can help you move through that quite quickly under hypnosis. So that session happens. Then we have another one, which is a follow-up session a week to 2 weeks later. So over that 40 days, we're meeting regularly, and you've got my number. You can call me if you need me. You can email me, message me, voice message me. I have got your back. I am there supporting you. I am there rah-rahing you and cheering you on from the sidelines and being your accountability. And that's probably where the most gold is, knowing that someone's got your back for this 40 days. And I'm always there. If I can't answer the phone, I'll always ring back. So that 40 days, it is and can be full on. Some people don't find it too hard. In fact, a little bit easier than they expected. But that time frame is fully supported by me for you. That's it, I think. I think that's all I need to say. Attached to this video, if you're getting this on email, is a list of how it all works, and the booking links and payments and stuff like that. So yeah, can't wait to work with you. All right, bye.